Welcome to section 11 of immunodeficiencies. In this section, we'll be discussing Wiskott-Aldrich syndrome. Let's get started. This scene is taking place inside of a bar. The people at this bar love whiskey, as you can probably tell by the guy drinking some whiskey front and center. The word whiskey sounds like Wiskott, so it will be our symbol for Wiskott-Aldrich syndrome. Now we've added a couple to the scene at this table. First, notice that the guy just opened a present, which is a necklace that he bought for his girlfriend. Much to his dismay, however, the necklace is broken, and now beads are slipping off of the string and flying all over the place. We introduced this symbol in our Shigella video, but recall that the beads lined up adjacent to one another like this resemble actin. Just so you have an idea of what I'm talking about, this depiction shows actin right here. As you can see, actin is often shown this way as a bunch of little balls lined up right next to each other. So the fact that the necklace is broken and these balls are flying all around should make you think of dysfunctional actin. Now, notice that the balls are hitting white balloons, which are a symbol for leukocytes. They're also causing this waiter guy to slip, and his plates are breaking. The plates represent platelets. So putting all of this together should help you remember that in this disorder, leukocytes and platelets are unable to reorganize the actin cytoskeleton. Now we can see some wasabi sauce that was knocked over during the chaos. We can also see some sushi that they were about to eat with the wasabi sauce. Anyway, the word wasabi should make you think of was and help you remember that there is a mutation in the WAS gene. Now notice that we've added a Christmas tree in the corner with an X on top of it. This is to help you remember that Wiskott-Aldrich syndrome is an X-linked recessive disease. If we return back to the couple, notice that the girl is bald and wearing a Cancer Hope ribbon because she's going through chemo. In any case, the Cancer Hope ribbon should help you remember that these patients have an increased risk of malignancy. It happens to be the girl's birthday, which is why the guy is giving her a present and taking her out. Also notice that she has a pie with some candles on it to celebrate. The pie is our symbol for Streptococcus pyogenes, and is here to help you remember that these patients often present with recurrent pyogenic infections. Alright, now let's turn our attention towards the screen on the wall. Notice that we've added a movie playing in the background. Here we can see an archer and a guy with a T-shaped flail. These two guys are here to help you remember that this is a B and T cell disorder. Notice that the archer guy has accidentally shot himself in the foot with an arrow. The arrow is our symbol for an antibody, and the fact that he's shooting himself with it should make you think of antibodies that attack the host body. In other words, autoimmunity. So patients with this syndrome are at an increased risk of autoimmune diseases. Now we've added an army of soldiers marching along behind these two with the bow and flail. As you can see, they're holding up a bunch of banners with unique emeralds in the center. We introduced this symbol in our other immunology videos, but recall that it represents IgE. The fact that there are many soldiers with these banners should help you remember that these patients have elevated IgE. Now we've shown some kids in the playroom fighting with inflatable toys. Notice that they look like that characteristic dimeric IgA molecule. Also notice that one of the kids is lifting his toy up with pride because he just defeated his friend in a friendly fight. This IgA high up in the air like this should help you remember that these patients have elevated IgA. Now, if we return our attention to this poor waiter, notice that he's dropped a plate on the ground. Again, the plate represents platelets. So the fact that it's broken should help you remember that these patients have thrombocytopenia. Now we've added some small dessert plates in the waiter's other hand. These small plates are here to help you remember that these patients have small platelets. Unfortunately, a customer was walking by and got splattered in these plate shards. One of the plates had an egg on it, and now we can see the egg splattering on this guy's leg. An egg on the skin like this is our symbol for eczema. So this should help you remember that these patients may present with eczema. The last thing you should know about this syndrome is that it results in defective antigen presentation. To help you remember this, we've shown a guy presenting a ring to his girlfriend, but unfortunately, one of the plate shards has flown over here and is knocking the ring away. In other words, the guy is not able to present the ring to his girlfriend very effectively. So I guess you could say that the presentation is defective. Anyway, this should help you remember that this syndrome results in defective antigen presentation. All right, that should be everything you need to know about Wiskott-Aldrich syndrome.